All right, our final award winner that we have today is coming to us, and it is the. Let me make sure I get the award name correct here with it, and it is the Cytracom Partner Impact Award here, and I've got John Tippett from Cytracom. John, how's it going?
Hey, good, Jeff. It's going great. Good to see you. Glad to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had, we were just talking about this. We've had a great day of being able to see the commonalities of success of powerful growing MSPs here. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what your MSP Titan here for your award has been doing as well here. So talk a little bit about about the company Cytracom, for those that don't know Cytracom, what you guys are up to, and then talk a little bit about the award that you have that you're going to be, or that you gave away here just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, so the award was great. I'll kind of intertwine those because we loved being a part of this. Love that this was put together to help create a platform where we can recognize the hard work and the effort of MSPs that are kind of making it and have made it so that everybody can see and interact and learn together. And that's aligned to what we're all about at Cytracom as well. We started back in '08, former MSPs ourselves. We live and breathe in this channel. We don't do anything else. And when we thought about this award, we came to this Partner Impact Award because in all of our meetings, all of our planning, everything we do is about what are partners struggling with, what's going well, where can we help, what can we do, how can we add value as it relates to our sales and marketing enablement, our development roadmap, the whole thing. And so we came up with this concept of partner impact because we want to measure not only where our partnership with an MSP impacted their business and helped them achieve their goals for growth and services they can deliver to market. But the secondary thing was the impact that they are able to have in their market by our mutual partnership. And so thinking about that led us to have the Cytracom Partner Impact Award. And it aligns to our mission, our goals, our objectives, and gave us an opportunity to recognize an outstanding partnership. And we're really pleased to be able to participate and do that.
Yeah, so talk about the competition on this, and when you were going through and looking at all of your great partners, and then talk about Ben and his company here, Liberty Technology.
So we had a lot of fun with this internally where we framed the award. We created the criteria that we thought was important that mirrored what we do as a company. And then we had an application process where we had internally nominated partners based on their relationship with the company, their performance with us, engagements they've had. And then we reached out to those with an application process to say, tell us more in your words about what you did, that how we helped you and how we helped you impact your community. And it is flattering and amazing to see what comes back. I mean, we think we know, but then when people take time and share what actually happened and share what they did and what they were able to do, it's rewarding and it's fun to see and feel. And so we went through those and looked at it, and we looked a lot of different ways to be objective. We internally, being data people, we made it sort of blind testing, and we took the names out and we wrote down what happened. And some of it you could figure out a little bit by reading and understanding, but we did that. And we'll Ben here, you'll hear about his business a little bit, and it'll be pretty clear how he came out on top. We met Ben. He's a very ambitious MSP. He's humble, but also pushes for growth and pushes to do right for his staff and his community. And a lot of the goals that he was looking to achieve lined up really well with Cytracom, and he's involved, gives us a lot of feedback, and we found a good partnership, and we've been working together, and we're fortunate that he chose to partner with us and adopt our solutions and make them part of his business. And I'll let him talk to you a little bit about how he did it in his own words. But it's been great and flattering and humbling that we've been able to partner with him and be a part of his journey.
Awesome. And so Ben, welcome on to this live cast here. Maybe talk a little bit about yourself, your company, where you at, how large is the company, what's the revenue size of the company here today?
Hey, Jeff. Glad to be with y'all today. Yes, it's been a great honor to get this award and be online here. Liberty Technology, second MSP business I've been in, starting 2008. We're just south of Atlanta, Georgia, and Griffin, Georgia, and about 24 people right now. Should hit around 6.3 to 6.5, depending on this week and next. Top line revenue. Of course, it's not about top line. It's not about what you make. It's about what you keep, right? So we've been focused on operational maturity and growth and profitability. Really since 2008, but we really figured out kind of like what good was probably around 16 or 17, and have been just managing the business by the numbers and while keeping a human touch with our clients and our staff.
Yeah, so talk about your journey with Cytracom on this. How long have you been a partner of Cytracom, and kind of how has that grown over time?
Yeah, absolutely. So, we've I've been looking for seamless connectivity and kind of security that follows our clients end users around anywhere for years, and we had four or five different vendors individual platforms with different panes of glass, kind of mimicking some of the value and some of the functionality that Citracom's ControlOne platform provides, but we were still missing several like major pieces. And I guess we ran into John and company at a show, and got talking, and I didn't really believe it did all the things that they said it did. So just like everything else, we drink our own champagne around here. So I used to say we eat our own dog food, and that just doesn't sound the same, does it? So we had to try it out, and once we tried it, it by and large worked. We've been working with their product folks, and have had a great relationship and a great run at it. We've actually integrated it as a core piece of our 2024 revision of our one source managed service offering.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Jeff, that may be something to push on too. Is like he and Ben, you can talk about this too. But as
Sure.
you're looking for best practices, Ben was very successful at branding the solutions in a way that let him lead with his company brand, but also keep a product brand. That's what he's talking about with one source, where he was able to find the best in class platforms available to him in the market and put them together in a way that he could now take it into the market. And that was super interesting, where that was something we've been trying to facilitate, and Ben gets it, and was already pushing hard that way. And I think that's something interesting he could share a little bit about. And along the way, he gave us good, strong, critical feedback. He's not exaggerating. He very much said, "I need to make sure this works." And we got a lot of feedback and made some changes along the way, like we do with all our partners. But I think that's something that's super interesting, about how he packaged it in such a way where our partnership made that possible, but his vision is what allowed him to take it to market and be successful.
Yeah, let's dive into that a little bit more, Ben. We've been talking about what are some of the secrets of success of growing, of building MSP business all day long here. It sounds like on that being able to package this together in your own branding of the one source brand here has been one of those secrets of your success. So maybe talk about that, of what you've done.
Sure. So yeah, I mean, we actually, like back in 2008, 2009, branded our managed service offering one source, but it was what I would call like an MSP, maybe 1.5. It was barely beyond the backup endpoint security and email and spam filtering, et cetera, right? That people that heck, some of our folks that think their competitors still offer today. In 2016, 17, we realized that, endpoint security and other kind of a firewall, wasn't good enough. And we started offering like a differentiated security, advanced security package to our existing clients. We're able to successfully upsell and cross sell, our entire client base. And, by 21, 22, we actually created, an annualized kind of like revision of our one source platform, as we're referring to it now. It's really more of a suite of platforms. So instead of looking at the features and functionalities and trying to do a best of breed for each individual point, it became unmanageable, and particularly within the realm of security, because like if you split apart what ControlOne does, you would probably have to be paying for 12 different platforms thereabouts. So by being able to take a platform centric approach and get as many features as you can in as few panes of glass as you can on the back end, it makes the management easier. It also helps us partner deeper with our strategic partners like Cytracom. And then, also just from an operational standpoint, if our techs are not having to bounce out to 30, 40 different portals, but only 3 or 4, and keep an eye on 3 or 4 things, that's actually manageable versus, the alternative.
So when you've done this of putting this into the one source, platform that your customers see, and you did this, it sounds like a number of years ago that you started doing that. I would imagine on that makes it a whole lot easier being able to say that, hey, you've got what our recommended platform is, and you're not going out there of trying to pick and choose of what this customer or that customer. You can standardize, and if you find a better solution that's going to fit for your customers, you can swap that out because it's still all under that one brand name of yours. They don't necessarily care of what's the tech stack behind it.
As long as it works, right? So for sure. And then we had done that for years, but we really hadn't. It's the same thing with Office 365, right? I mean, Microsoft's done a really, really good job in terms of having something that people talk about. People used to talk about what year Office they had, or even what version of Windows they have, and people don't really care anymore, right? They just have it. So I think they've kind of paved the way for opening up people's minds a little bit to that mindset.
Yeah, very cool. I want to shift gears and looking at this talk about how, or if you've thought about how that your company Liberty is going to leverage the title or this award here to aid in growing your business.
Yeah, well, so it was a great honor. As John mentioned, I heard some of the other folks' stories and use cases, and I'm surprised we won. I'm glad we won, but so we've already been working. Success isn't a destination; it's a journey, right? So this is going to help us on our journey and go farther, faster, to steal John's phrase from later, I'm sure. But awards always give definitely gives a sense of validation that I think we're on the right track in terms of both, as we were talking about, the way we're structuring things and communicating our offerings to our clients in a way that they can grasp and understand. But also it's deepened our relationship with Cytracom. So we're working very close with their product, their chief product officer, Rob, who's been just phenomenal. And we can confidently go in and talk to mid-market clients or SMBs, if they're asking for a SASE solution, by category. And it's quite a bit of I guess cachet or street cred of being able to go in, and I carry the award with me everywhere I go. So I just go in and just plop it down on the desk, right? But no, so we additionally being able to implement more parts of Cytracom's ControlOne platform with our existing client base, because there's a lot there. We didn't actually from day one implement everything for everybody, so that actually helps us out doing that. And then also for net new clients, being able to communicate our award-winning offerings to them.
Yeah, absolutely, John. A lot of people out there know, and you and I have talked about it quite a bit, that know Cytracom from the origins of the voice side of things. But then Ben was just talking about the ControlOne platform. Kind of what's the differentiator there, and what are, from your side of that, and then Ben will maybe touch on that from yours as well. Kind of what's the differentiator? What's this natural path that you've taken here in the MSP space?
Yeah, so at Cytracom, it's interesting. We ended up with voice being our first product, but it's because the vision of our founder, Zane, was operating in MSP. He's a programmer, engineer at heart. And it ended up where it's an observation of challenges in the market and realizing that MSPs are collectively underserved by the broad market. We know that living here, and we're doing more and more and getting more every day. But the big companies, the enterprises, MSPs for years, as I was an MSP myself, like we have to go find solutions and bring them in and make it work. And while that's getting better now, I'll go back to how we started. Voice was one area that was just bad and difficult. And so Zane being able to make, write code and launch things, said, I'll just build my own thing. But the vision wasn't like, he wasn't the proverbial kid in kindergarten, like, I'm going to build a phone service when I grow up. It was a need in the market. And we've always watched for that. We've evolved the voice side of the house to expand that to full UCaaS, a shared inboxes to help small businesses text from their main numbers. And then as we moved into how do we connect machines and data, not just people and messaging, back in the 20 teens, firewalls worked and there was a red ocean. There are lots of choices. As we start to think about now, the problem is that everyone's dispersed, distributed. It's hard to maintain things, and a software solution is needed. And so that's where we got a lot of energy of doing it again and creating a solution for MSPs to connect and secure today's modern workforce. And so the Cytracom today is not a SASE company or a voice company. It's a software platform for MSPs, and we produce solutions for infrastructure. And you'll see further and further movement that way. You'll see updates coming early in the new year with our portal will allow us to deliver a full platform of solutions that will continue to expand with the two focus areas being network connectivity and SASE and voice, but others will come soon. That's not a mystery if you watch the direction that we're moving. And so what you'll see, Jeff, is that Cytracom is dedicated to this channel. We're dedicated to our partners, and we will have a platform that enables MSPs like Ben, and one of our great partners. You can hear what he's trying to do is more platforms, less complexity, less cost, more integrations. And that's what we want to do, focusing around connecting people and connecting machines, devices, and enabling compliance and security. And so that's the direction that we're moving in. Voice is still important to us, as is SASE, and we're going to add others that stay tuned and see us evolve further into the platform model that we can deliver to our partners.
Yeah, in being able to enable it, like Ben was talking about, that they can put it into that platform and have this more complete versus all these disparate solutions of trying to put together. We've just got just under 2 minutes left here today. Ben, you are an MSP Titan within the industry. You've got the trophy to prove it. You show it to everyone that you walk in with, since you're carrying it around. Share with those that are out there of someone that's wanting to grow to that Titan level, to be growing their business. What's the one or two things of some input that you would give for the 500 MSPs that are on today?
Sure. So taking an outcome-driven approach and not just talking about the technology, I think it's kind of become like an adage at this point, but making sure you're asking the folks you're serving, how they're doing, how their business is doing, and working to actually solve the problems that matter to them. Security is like a starting point or a baseline. Again, that's something I think everybody tries to do, but having advanced security integrated in your main solution, in your main offering, is just a non-negotiable these days. Mentioned a platform-centric approach, fewer vendors, deeper relationships with the vendor, driving complexity out, trying to bring in simplicity and effectiveness and security. And then most importantly, if you don't brag about yourself, nobody else is going to. Cytracom will brag about you and Robert Ramos will brag about you, but nobody else really will, right? So, you got to make sure to publicize your success, right? And put yourself out there.
Hey, absolutely, with that, of where that's part of the job as CEO of your company, is to to be out there promoting and making sure, especially when it's true, on this, of where there's a reason why you're recognized along with the others that we've talked with today. So congratulations on that. And I do want to, we're about to do the AI. Ben and I were talking out in LA and Beverly Hills. And Ben, isn't it true that you used AI to write in your entry for the?
I did use it to edit it and to make sure I did hit on all their points. So yes.
Hey, absolutely. So that's another one there for Mike, who's going to be coming up next, is just one more use for using AI, using ChatGPT to be able to enhance.
You're not going to be replaced by somebody using AI, but you may lose to somebody.
Yeah, that's right. As you wrap on that, is you talked to Ben. If you put good things into AI, you can get good things out. But you got to learn what it is and how to use it. It ain't gonna make things up and make you like something you're not.
That's true.
Gotta learn that.
Absolutely. Well, guys, it's been great of hanging out with you just for a few minutes.